I think the video is going to be short and a bit crap, but... Welcome, Render. Sing. Right, welcome back to Revved Up. Now, as you can see, I'm not Tony, and there's a main reason for that, and that's because today we're going to have a look at my Peugeot 205 Daily. Now, I chose to present this video because I didn't want Tony slagging off my car to all of you guys, so I thought I'll give you my preference on the car I paid roughly £400 for. I've spent a lot more repairing it though. Now, the issue is when you buy a car from the 90s, right, you're going to have some issues, especially when you pay £400. I love a 205 and a lot of other people do, but they do come with some common issues. We're going to go over that in the video, but I want to give you my view of why a 205 is better than a Corsa B, right? Tony's going to ask you, like, which car would you prefer and all that, like, I don't see that there should be a preference. It should more be which one do you like a bit more, but maybe one drives a little bit better, right? But we all know a 205 is a classic and a Corsa B is, well, it's a Chavmobile really, we all know that. But I bought this completely standard, and it is pretty much completely standard still. It's got a few little additions, like I've put an automatic bonnet on it, so it's got a slightly bigger bulge, and that's pretty much it. It's got a nicer interior, but it's still slow. It still doesn't drive great, but they're fun to drive around still nonetheless, and you get a lot of people saying hello to you because you're driving a nice retro car that they drove when they were new or had as a first car when they were younger. And Corsa Bs just weren't that, they were more granny mobiles, unfortunately, until the early 2000s when they were then made to be Chavmobiles. Now, my Peugeot 205 is 1991 205 GLD. Now, it's a 1.8 diesel non-turbo, right? A lot of people will go, why not get the turbo, and you should get this one, it's got a Sprongel. I don't care about any of that, right? Because it does 72 miles to the gallon. 72, right? I haven't filled up in months. Now, we'll go over everything that I've done with it, but let's have a look under the bonnet. It's very filthy, and see what you guys think. So, under the bonnet is a 1.8 diesel non-turbo engine. Now, these are known for their reliability and for their good MPG. The one problem is that they're known for is that no one really looks after them because they are reliable. Now, because of that, they do need work after a long time, mainly when you buy them off an old person. You know, they've been sat on someone's driveway for 20 plus years and hasn't been looked after. As you can see, stuff like the air intake, it's all fallen apart. I need to get that sorted really. But in the past, it's had new strut tops, it's had new brake lines, new master cylinder. It has had quite a bit of work. None of this was done by me. My work would probably be a lot worse, not gonna lie to you. But yeah, the main reason why people love these engines, one, their reliability, but also because they run on a mechanical fuel pump. Now, because it's mechanical, it means that it can basically run off whatever's flammable. People have been known to put cooking oil, alcohol, brake fluid, used engine oil, anything really in them, and they run. They just don't go wrong. It's the best bit about them. Now, I know I've been jabbering on about the engine. It ain't great, it ain't fast. It's 59 horsepower. It's got, I think, 110 newton meters of torque. And when I first worked on it, I couldn't find the oil cap, funnily enough, which I found out is actually underneath the dipstick here, which doesn't actually go all the way in. But let's have a look at the side and the interior and see what you guys think. So, inside the car, I've changed probably the most amount of parts actually inside rather than the outside. But that's from, I bought another 205 and it was a limited edition, it was a Mardi Gras. And with the Mardi Gras came a sports steering wheel and this lovely blue seats and the door cards. But it did come with a blue carpet as well, but I preferred the grey carpet that came with this car. Now, the sports steering wheel is a 3-spoke rather than the 2-spoke that came with it originally. The horn, funnily enough, is actually on the stalk rather than the centre. And as you can see, there's no airbags because you don't need them, right? Because you don't plan on crashing. It doesn't have power steering, it doesn't have electric windows, it doesn't have electric mirrors. It's bog standard, and that's all you need for a car. You don't need all these fancy things, you just need the stuff that makes it drive and keeps you warm. That's pretty much it. Now, these seats are a lot comfier than the standard ones. If you do own a 205, I recommend getting these seats any day of the week. And funny enough as well, it came with this gear knob, which isn't standard. This is a Peugeot 206 gear knob that I'm guessing someone just put in because the last one fell off or crumbled apart. Now, Tony might have a video somewhere, but I'm guessing not. We were stuck in traffic one day when we were going out to a car meet, and I surprised him by throwing my knob at him. He didn't take too kindly to it. But that's enough about talking about this. Let's have a look around the side and I'll tell you a little bit about what happened one of the times I was driving it home from work. So I've dailied this for quite a while, to be fair, for me. I've dailied it for about 7-8 months now. And one day driving home from work, I had this strange noise and I was like, what is that noise, right? The bottom ball joint dropped out of the knuckle, right? The wheel nearly came off. I will try and insert a photo of what actually happened, but you'll see how bad it was. The wheel itself came out to back here. The wing is all mashed and fallen off and whatnot. The drive shaft got ripped out. It was quite bad. And unfortunately, you have to expect these things when buying a car from the 90s and you're going to drive it every day, right? I've put on probably about 7,000 to 8,000 miles since buying it, and luckily that's the only thing that's gone wrong with it. I've driven it to Belgium and nothing went wrong. It was just unfortunate that at the time this one thing happened, and I didn't get home that night. I think I got home at 1 o'clock in the morning after getting it recovered to my work. But luckily all that needed replacing was a bolt. One single bolt caused all of that damage. So it's a good reminder to always check any knocks or noises that you get on your car and to have it annually serviced, so then shit like this doesn't happen. Now onto the back of the car. Again, I haven't really modified this car, so there's not a huge amount to talk about. I have changed the boot lid because the original boot lid had this horrible plastic trim that ran along here. It looked awful. It did say GLD on it, which is obviously its model. I decided that I much prefer the smoother look. I don't care about your opinion because it's probably wrong. Now I have also changed the rear lights on it as well to be smoked because I think, again, it looks better. As you can see, it's got the fog light in the bumper and the reverse light in the bumper, and that's it, because you don't need to modify a car to like it, where Tony seems to not like Corsa Bs unless he's changed quite a few bits on it. We will do a rev check on it. Now I was changing the D-bushes on it not too long ago, and I accidentally punched a hole in the exhaust while trying to lever down the subframe, so it blows badly, very badly. It's very loud. But you will hear that, and it's very smoky. Now the limit on a MOT for this, on the emissions, is 3. God, I can't remember what it actually is. It's like 3 smoke meter thing, right? This blows out at 1.7. Now, to take into perspective, your normal diesel car normally pushes out normally about a 0.2. So it is quite smoky, but we'll rev it up and see what you like, eh? as you can see, it's bloody loud and it don't smell great. So my plan is with this car over the next, hopefully maybe 6 months, maybe a year, I'm taking it off the road for the winter. I'm driving an Audi TT at the moment, so you might see a video of that come out soon. But my plan with this is to get all the rust welded, because there's a lot of rust. You can't see it, it's mainly underneath and a little bit on the front, but it's bad. Maybe a 1.9 turbo engine, potentially if I can find one. They're a bit like hen's teeth to find, but hopefully it'll be quite fast if I do find one. Have a full exhaust made, because it sounds freaking awful at the moment, absolutely disgusting. But we'll see where it goes. You know, a lot of people have told me to lower it. I think it'll be alright at the standard height, to be fair. I mean, I've changed the rear axle in it, because when I bought it, it had a seized rear axle, which surprisingly enough, they don't have springs. They're torsion bar, which is like, it's like a bit of twisted metal and God knows, right? But they're all, that's basically just this car. That's it, right? There's not much on it. It's going to be a short video. Have fun. I'll see you in the next one. Right, how do you think that was, Dan? Do you think that was alright?
Yeah, that was really good, mate, yeah.
I think it was alright, to be fair. I think the video is going to be short and a bit crap, but I think it's going to be okay. Shit, Dan, run! Run!